Well, greetings, fellow seeker. Before we go any further, I'd just like to emphasize that on no account are you to take the advice in the title of this video and chew your own leg off, no matter how trapped you may be feeling. However, if you are feeling trapped, there are a few hints and tips that I can offer to you to maybe assist you with getting out of that situation. Amongst those are: shed the idea that external rescue is coming for you. I want you to get rid of the idea that the cavalry is coming. Stop listening for the trumpets and start to consider that instead of looking for somebody else to rescue you from your situation, that the best person to rescue you is in fact yourself. By taking that responsibility for your own destiny and your own fate, you can start to remedy the feelings of being trapped. Another thing you can do is to take small actions and make small decisions which encourage you to take ownership of your situation. So on one hand, stop giving ownership of your situation to other people, and on the other hand, take ownership, radical ownership in fact, of your own situation, and do what you can constructively to get rid of the feeling of being trapped. And by this I mean take actions. It can be small actions, and can be small incremental compounding actions of which you're in charge. By taking those small compounding actions, you can create a bigger picture view of your life, one in which, through the process of accepting responsibility, of accepting ownership and taking small actions, you can gain more control over your own fate and destiny. And what would be the result of such actions? Well, as a consequence of the actions you take and the decisions you make, you can improve your own sense of self-reliance. And so we come full circle. By taking the positive actions and making those positive decisions and taking ownership of your own state, you can now shed the idea that external rescue is coming for you, and by so doing, increase your sense of self-reliance. Now, I hope this is useful to anybody who may feel like they are trapped in any circumstance. The feeling of being trapped can be large or small. It can be that feeling that the whole of your life is just not really working for you, or it can be the feeling that you have one small obligation that you have to meet, which is making you uncomfortable. Whether the traps are large or small, in my view, if you take ownership, and you take action, and you improve your own sense of self-reliance, and shed the idea that the cavalry are coming to rescue you, you can therefore remedy and reduce the feelings of being trapped. There's a final caveat to this. One of the most damaging aspects of feeling trapped is what has been called learned helplessness. And this was based on the idea of experiments on lab animals who were put in circumstances where it would be painful to move. And when the pain was removed, the animals themselves refused to escape or try to escape from their situation. A little bit like when you take a small elephant, a baby elephant, and put a chain around its ankle. It pulls against the chain and pulls against the chain. But eventually, the baby elephant realizes that there's nothing it can do, and so it stops trying. And then the owner will go along and remove the chain, and the elephant will stay put and not even try to escape. So where I'm going with this is that feeling trapped can be a situation which cultivates a sense of learned helplessness. And the only way to get out of this sense of learned helplessness is to take action. Take responsibility, improve your sense of self-reliance, and stop waiting for somebody else to come along and rescue you. Now, many people think that the point of life coaching is to enroll somebody who's going to be your rescuer. In fact, that is not the case. The role of a life coach is somebody who is going to encourage you to take personal responsibility for your actions and to hold you accountable to those actions. So if you're considering taking on a life coach, just bear that in mind. You're not taking on a rescuer. You're not taking on Superman or Superwoman. What you're doing is you're putting yourself into a state of responsibility and extreme ownership for your own fate. Okay, fellow seeker, I hope this was useful to you. Go well, and I will talk to you again in a not too distant future, if you'll listen to me.